So we're doing it again.
Well, welcome to the club. Oh, dude, it's a big smallmouth.
So we currently are stuck on the river because we don't have a key to get out of the gate.
Are you all right?
I'm shook.
If you've ever wondered how chaotic my black pack is, look at that. That's from just years on the road. All of last year, ibuprofen, almonds, it's disgusting. But we're getting organized for a river trip again. This is gonna be the last one for a while, guys. I've got a bunch of travel planned for the rest of March, so unfortunately this will probably be the last time I get to fish this transitional period on the river, which means we're going all out. We're going back to a stretch that we did 2 times before. You'll probably recognize it. But one thing about this time of year is a lot of the fish are stacked in the same stretch of river. The river I fish isn't extremely long. I think its total is like 60 miles. So this like 20-mile stretch is like the best from my experience this time of year. So that's where we're going back. We're going to play it safe. So the 5th rod, because I want to take a 5th rod. What should we take? Aha! Can't say no to that. So let's look at some of the decisions I've made for today. 5-inch mag draft with the 1/4 ounce weight, which you've seen a lot of people using. In fact, the Megabass social media promoted it, which is interesting because this is actually something we've done on the river for a while. This is basically just a free weight. I like the one that spins. So if it gets caught, a lot of times it'll twist out. We're going with the Vision 110 Junior +1. A little finesse jig, just a little Z-Man power finesse. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna run on this finesse rod. This is a Megabass Windbuster, so this is a full Megabass day basically. We're only taking 4 rods. I'm gonna grab a couple glide baits as well, but yeah, that's where we're at.
Just don't let it tip when I don't want my rods to break.
Starting the morning off with warm coffee, sunrise, construction workers. We're gonna be throwing this today. The 5-inch mag draft, a little pink mag draft. It should be a pretty cool one. I gotta imagine that these fish are way more active because the water's in the 50s. So we got a long run ahead. We're gonna get at it, catching fish. The old CK2.
Are you okay? Did it tip?
Huh?
Did you tip?
Yeah.
Did you lose anything?
Paddle's right there.
Well, I can get that. Are you all right?
Yeah. I'm shook.
Gotta admit that paddle floats a lot better than I was expecting.
That's what you get for quality $10.
They were just like stacked right there. Oh, there's one. Oh, that feels like a big fish. Oh. Should we net him with the new? That's a Mondo spot right there.
There we go, after some adversity. One on the jerkbait. Decent fat little spotted bat.
He hurt my hand, reeling him in. gonna do one last cast into Zeddy.
We're just gonna fish with his line.
Ah, boys. It's a smallmouth. I know how to tempt the smallmouth from the depths. What a monster. What a monster on the little swim bait of all things. Here we go, first smallmouth on the Z-Man swim bait. That was interesting. But I love this bait. What are?
See all these blue herons?
Oh yeah, wow, that's a lot of them. Look at them all.
Look at all the way back there.
So many blue heron nests. Those blue heron. Speaking of devil, I watched him come and eat it. It's not a smallmouth though, it's a spot. Dude, I just paused it and he like rear-ended it basically. Another spotted bass on the jerkbait. It's a jerkbait day. He rear-ended that thing. Spot. Garlic parmesan.
Hoping to be able to guide Jack in Columbia tomorrow.
This is the wrong species. All right, check it out. A little sleeper gill action. Eating sunflower seeds, sleeper gill. Man, freaking got him good. Huh?
Is that on the jerkbait?
Nope, it was on the sleeper craw. Little largemouth. There we go. I knew it came back for it. That is a big spot. That is a big spot. Look at that. Pink mag draft. Pink mag draft. He is a fat. Look at his belly. Look at that belly. Oh, sorry. He's probably like a 17 something. Maybe a little, he's definitely over 17. 17 and a half. Damn, that's actually a really pretty one. All right, Bryce, you ready? Spotted bass. Calling my shot. Yes, sir. Spotted bass on the Z-Man minnow. Ah! You're... It's a big smallmouth. Nice. That looks like a carbon copy of yours. I think yours is longer. Yeah, he was out. I'm targeting like some more offshore stuff. Yeah, yours is a lot bigger than this, actually. All right, check it out. On these Z-Man minnows. So it's a solid smallmouth. Down deep. Oh. Dang, I missed him. Dude, this is such a sick casting rod. That was with a finesse bait. There we go, right as I came over that log. I don't think he's very big. And another one on the minnows. Little spot. The little Bryce Nelson spotted bass. Well, 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 welcome to the club. Look. Got me a crappie. Pales in comparison to Bryce's. A little surprise catch right there, look at that. Nice little white crappie. On the jerkbait. I got another. Dude, this one's massive. Oh man, look at that one. Wow, that would be a good one to eat. Too busy eating the jerkbait. Caught him in there, but I honestly don't really see him. Oh my gosh! Yeah, dude, he smoked it. This is a big one. Look at that. That is a big, big one. All right, look at that. That's about 3 crappie in, I don't know, 5 casts. And this one's a pretty nice one. This one is 13.5 inches. So, could have had a good meal. I knew there was a reason I brought this jerkbait. Don't be mad at me, guys. Another crappie. Dude, I'm telling you, they're right up against the bank right there. Another nice one. Another crappie. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is another like 13 or 14 incher. Wow, this might actually be the biggest of the day for me. $13. Senior spotted bass. That was almost a disaster. So if you remember this spot, this is where I broke my GoPro mount. I have had really bad luck here. My socks are soaked. All right, so about halfway through, I'm changing over to a bigger bait for the rest of the day, the Asakana slide. We've had good luck this time of year on it. Bite has been pretty aggressive, so I figure get a big fish on this. Caught maybe like 15 small ones, including like 6 crappies, so Asakana slide. All right, I'm gonna catch a largemouth off this wall. Actually, it's probably gonna be a spotted bass. Who am I kidding? Oh! Did you see that?
Didn't get hit.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's trying to eat it. Oh, dude, it's a big smallmouth. It's a spot. I was wrong. It wasn't the same fish. It's a different fish. That was crazy. I figure eighted him.
Did you?
Yeah. We got a spot. Figure eighted him. It's not a very big one. There was like 3 or 4 of them in there. He hit it top water, and I get the little one, of course, because that's how it goes. But that was crazy. Nice. Dang, he's got really red eyes. So we currently are stuck on the river because we don't have a key to get out of the gate. So this day is going nothing like the last few trips. We also lost a lot of big fish, so we're gonna kind of bide our time and then hopefully figure out a way to get home. So just turn it into one of those trips. All right, so we're locked out. We're just biding time here by the boat ramp, and we missed this fish. We threw back in there and got it on the jerkbait. I don't know if it's the same fish, but hey, it beats no fish. So, got quite a bit on this color today. This is the limited edition, I think it's called like Kinkoro or something, but I like this color. They seem to like it too. Here we are at the takeout, Shoalie in check. Rough day. We're gonna talk about it when we get back to the house because things did not go as expected. You might be wondering where he's at. Well, he got locked out of the car, so he had to go bum a ride. So it's been one of those days. Oh, man, what a trip that was. Talk about drama, from my buddy falling in the first quarter mile, to me losing quite a few fish, to my other buddy that was with us forgetting the key to the gate. We almost got stuck there. Not to mention we had some motor problems with the CK2 running the 180. Long story on that, but we somehow found a way to catch some fish. But I thought this was an interesting video because this is a stretch of river that I've fished quite a bit this year. It's a really accessible stretch of river. It doesn't get a ton of pressure, but that's where the fish congregate. And we're at that part of the year where like we have finally gotten like 5 or 6 warm days in a row, and that water temp was right in the 50s, like the low 50s. So I think a lot of those fish had moved out of their wintering spots, and this is a tough time of year. That first warming period where those fish leave the wintering holes, where they leave their wintering areas to start moving out and being more aggressive, they spread out, and sometimes it's a lot harder to find the fish. It's not easy like it was, you know, less than 5 days ago when we did this float prior. So I do want to point out a few things that worked really well. This is one of the limited edition Fine Arts. We threw that in Division 110 Junior. Caught a lot of fish on that. This was a very productive bait. Every single crappie, which that was fun. I mean, I'm not like a crappie guy, but like catching that many crappie was fun. Was on that. I do use the Metanium DC, the new one, for that. It's a 70 size reel, and it is completely muddy from that trip. So we're going to get that cleaned up. And then the other bait was just this. I've talked about this in a fairly recent video, but it is the Minnows, which is it's similar to the Z-Man Diesel Minnow, but it's got a much shorter profile. It's only 3 inches, and it's got the little fin there. So what I do is I run a EWG Ned head, and you can use whatever you want. I just like dragging it on the bottom. And I don't even Texas rig it. I actually just put it so that the hook comes out right there.
in the fin, and that fin keeps it from getting caught up. So this was a very productive bait for us. I caught my 2 biggest fish on this bait. We also caught quite a few on a glide bait. You may notice that I started with the Asakana slide, then I switched to a traditional glide bait because the Asakana slide just wasn't getting to the depth I wanted. Oddly enough, if you saw that spotted bass I caught on the glide bait, it was in epic fashion, and it slashed at it at the top, and then this big smallmouth came out and started chasing it. And as I'm sitting there like figure 8ing it behind the boat, this stupid little spotted bass comes out of nowhere and grabs it away from the smallmouth. And of course, that's the one I ended up catching. But it was exciting to catch our first glide bait fish of the year. You know, these are the types of trips where you go into it thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have another great trip like I did. You know, the last 2 times we went, it was just the complete opposite. So on the bright side, it does look like spring is here. This is a tough transitional period, but we're almost to that light at the end of the tunnel where I think it gets a little bit easier. I personally find winter fishing a lot easier, you know, that late winter period a lot easier than the early spring. But once they get to those like spawning, pre-spawn type areas, it's game on. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys on the water.
Well, I found it, but doesn't make me feel any smarter in the process. That would have been a $100 mistake.